Hi guys, Steph here. Right, here's a very nice, interesting pen that I found on my recent travels. As you can see, it's an Onoto self-filling safety fountain pen. Look at that in the original box. Now, what I thought I'd do is, I know you people like to see before and after, so I remembered this time. So what I'm going to do, let's take we've got the original instructions in there. Also tells you the recommended sort of ink, and there's the pen in question. Okay, so this quite simply is the before. This is how the pen came to me, and the first thing you'll see is that, yeah, it's sort of slightly, we've got some slight discolouring. You can see the end knob there is quite black. The rest of it is this sort of brownish colour, and as I say, it's slightly discoloured. I'll show you a little bit later. We've got two 9-carat gold bands. You can see the section there is nice and black as it should be. We've got an original nib there, needs some slight adjusting, as you can see there. Okay, and the last thing with these Onoto pens, when they've not been used for a long time, there you go. What happens is the cup seal inside literally solidifies and it won't move the rod, as you can see there. So let's screw that back on. So there we have it. That's the before. And here's the pen after. So yeah, obviously the box hasn't changed. So we've got the Onoto self-filling fountain pen. So let's take it out of the box. We've shown you all the rest a little bit earlier. And here's the lovely pen in question. Now, what do we have? What we have here is nice and simple. You saw it on the box a little bit earlier. We've got a Onoto Model O, as it says there on the box. Now, the Model O is also known as the Onoto 2000, or the short version. Now, they made another pen, the Model N, which is very similar, also known as the 3000, which was a longer version. Now, this one, as we said, it's the Model O, or the 2000. This one is also known as the military size pen because it was a nice size that the military could actually pop in their pockets. So yeah, there's a number of different names to this particular model, but either way, a gorgeous example. Let's show you the barrel imprint. Okay, so what it has a Onoto patent self-filling pen. To the bottom, Rue London. Okay, now Rue, they began making sort of the plungers. Well, they were patented around about 1905, and the earlier models of these plunger fillers came, which we'll show in a moment, what we term as an over and under feed. Now, the over and under feed, I believe they stopped doing around about 1921. So I'm dating this particular pen around about 1925. Okay, now with it being a short model, from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, it's 118 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's a lovely 11 millimeters in diameter. Now, as you can see there, it's got two bands, and don't know if you can actually see it somewhere. I'm turning it round as I'm sort of talking. I can't see over the camera, so let me just take a look. Let me find them for you. There we go. Sort of the roundabout, that area there. Hopefully you can see both bands. One, well, the one to the left is a little bit clearer than the one on the right, but these are actually 9-carat gold bands. So very nice indeed. Incidentally, when they brought these pens out, they also brought them out in some beautiful overlay patterns. Oh, there's some gorgeous, gorgeous pens. I really like these pens. So, we've worked on this pen. We've fully serviced it. We've put brand new cork washers inside. We've put a brand new cup washer inside here as well. We've cleaned everything internally, and the pen is ready to go. Someone's going to be very, very lucky. This one, as with the others, has what we term as a slip cap. Okay, let's show you the pen. Numerous different angles. Absolutely gorgeous. As I say, the Onoto pens. And yeah, I think these have got to be, they're actually one of my favourite pens. Now, as we showed you a little bit earlier, this is a plunger filler fountain pen, which means what we do, we simply unscrew the plunger to the end and we pull out the plunger like so. We dip the pen in the ink, and we push down in one swift movement on the plunger, which in turn creates a sort of vacuum in this little area here and fills the pen with ink. There's the section, quite a long section, okay, as you can see there. And then we've got the nib, so we've actually got a lovely Onoto 14-carat gold nib. Very nice indeed. There's the sideways view. There's the feed underneath. And as always, lovely and clean as it should be. Now this one, as with a lot of the models, has what we term as a little shut-off valve inside, which means that when you actually fill the pen, you will push down on the plunger, screw the plunger knob all the way home, and then to use the pen, you would give it half a turn to open the sort of ink shut-off valve inside, and away you would go to write. Now, you know, some of you people will know that I'm not a fan of caps being posted on pens, but as you can see, this one is pretty well much designed, so yeah, just for once I'll take an exception. So there you go. When you go to write, you've now got a lovely long comfortable pen to use and to write with. Okay, and incidentally, the cap sits on the back nice and snug, as it does to the section as well. So let's see how the pen writes. So what we're going to do, yes, I know a little bit unusual, we're going to fill the pen. So we unscrew the plunger, dip the nib and some of the section into the ink like so. Okay, press down with one swift movement. Let's give it a wipe. Okay, and then we turn the plunger all the way home and we're ready to go. So let's bring on some paper. Now, as I said before, we've screwed it all the way back home. So now we're going to write. What we do, well, we give it, I don't know whether that was a half turn or not, I don't know, but Let's see how it goes. So what we've got is the Onoto Model O, made in England. And as you can see, that's quite wet. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn it a little bit. That's the beauty about this particular pen. You can play about with it. You know, it does take some getting used to. So there we go, made in England. Made in England, what did we say, 1952. Now, I can actually feel that it does have some flex to the nib, which is very nice indeed. It's writing, I would say, with a broad line as it is. But if we do some figure of eights, just a little bit of a skip there. Sorry, you didn't see that, but very nice writer. Okay, so there's a writing sample. In this particular case, yeah, writing with a nice wet line, writing with a, I would say, a broad line with, as we said, a little bit of flex in the nib, so we're getting a little bit of variation in the line, as you can see there. But the beauty about it, as I've just mentioned, is, yeah, you've got to literally sort of get used to the pen. Have we opened it up a little bit too much? Maybe. But that's the beauty of these Onoto pens, is that you have to play about with them until you're satisfied with the writing. There we go. So let's pop the ink to one side. Let's bring on some water. Just do you a couple of examples. So what we do, we pull the plunger like so. Dip the nib and the ink in the nib, in the ink. And look at all them bubbles going on there. So if this was in the ink now, you would turn the plunger all the way home. That would shut off the ink inside, and when you come to write, you would just give it a half turn and away you would go to write. So let's undo the plunger, pull it all the way out, and look at that. So let's do it one more time. Pop it in the ink, or in this case the water. Look at all them bubbles coming out. Very nice indeed, just what we want. And if we went to write, close it up as we've said. When you write, open it up half a turn and away you go. So what we'll do, we'll empty it and then we'll flush the pen out after the video. So one more time. Look at all that ink gushing out. Let's close it up. So there's the Onoto Model O. That's how you fill the pen. As I said, I'll carry on doing that a new number of times with clean water just to swill the pen out, ready for the new owner. Gorgeous, gorgeous pen. So, I hope you've enjoyed looking at this pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, down below, leave a comment. Give the video a thumbs up if you will. Don't forget to subscribe. But for now, from me and this gorgeous pen, Slavo Ukraini, and from me, bye-bye for now.